Welcome in to the Corona Cero post show of what has been an absolutely incredible week down here at the Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill. We have just crowned two new champions this year. Cole Houshmand took out the men's side of the draw, his second win here in Ballito, and Teresa Bonvalot, an emotional win for her. To start off the year with a win in the Challenger Series is a major towards her just race for the championship tour. My name is Jessie Starling. I'm joined in the booth by Paul Evans and Greg Emsley. Guys, first of all, cheers to a wonderful week working with you guys. Every year I love coming here and you guys make the week super, super special. Paul, I'm going to start with you because you had incredible picks for the winners this week. Are you feeling pretty good about yourself and your picks?
Not just because of that, but I'm feeling really good. We've been treated to an incredible week here. You know, there's a bit of chat about the Challenger Series. Can be a bit punishing with some of the events. The ways aren't always as good as those real premium venues that where you're trying to get to. So maybe a little bit of a separation between the two tours. I think this has been like an incredible advert for the Challengers. Like, this place is an amazing place to host an event. We say it every year. The waves have been incredible. The surfing, and some of the stories can get a little bit predictable. Sometimes you think it's going to make it through heats. From day one, we've seen upsets. We've seen dark horse energy come through. It's been brilliant. I've loved it. Greg,
for you, your standout moments?
Oh, it's been so many standout moments. I think the big airs from Weslley have been, he's been getting the hugest scores. I think the way Cole has, performed has just been phenomenal. Teresa just really fighting through every heat. I think she had just so much concentration to win this event. And then we see some of the new stories, some of the younger surfers, people like Sierra Kerr really showing up this year. And what I really liked about this event is how we got to use every aspect of the judging criteria. We've had heavy surf, we've had tube rides and crazy airs. So we've really, really had to look at all of that.
Well, like I mentioned, Cole Houshmand was the winner of the men's. So we're going to take a look at the men's final bracket because it actually was quite a hard journey for Cole to take the victory here. Started off in the quarterfinals against Ian Gouveia, who has won here before. Then took down Jarvis, Earle, who was just in fine form here in Ballito. And then Weslley Dantas, who we've said time and time again was the dark horse. But even just the top 8 in the quarterfinals, Paul, anyone could have taken a win and you wouldn't have been surprised.
No, but we have been talking about the CT surfers coming in and what's different about them. And I would identify Cole as someone that wouldn't be too worried about whoever he's coming up against, regardless of what they've done in the previous round. I just think he's earned the right to have that much confidence and not to be too worried about his opponent. But hey, he mentioned in his interview that he knew that he was going to see this kind of stuff from King Dantas. So, it was definitely in his mind, and that's why he made the switch down the beach, and then this happened, Grego.
Yeah, Cole, but I loved this single maneuver from Cole. It was just the 4-3-3. If he had, done a bit more of that, he could have bumped that score up, but loved the power base.
And then for Weslley to start off with this 7-8-3, this was a big moment for Cole to go, okay, I need to paddle down the beach and apply some pressure, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. You set out your tactic, but you also make a point where, well, when do I go to plan B? A reset. What would make me rethink and go, you know what? I actually need to mix this up now. And that was the exact moment to do it. He still had enough time left. Actually, it's interesting to see how few waves he actually rode after this moment as well. So crucial. How many other waves like this came through for the rest of the heat? Maybe none. Maybe there weren't any other ramps actually like that. So to be there, we talk about luck and fortune and the random nature, but you kind of got to make that happen for yourself. That's an absolutely massive straight air, which is so cool. We see a lot of rotations. You don't see loads of them. What a way to win an event.
Yeah, Cole Houshmand, you can tell he has a lot of support in his corner. Working with Matty Myers again this year. Having another win here between the two of them would just feel exceptional for what it is, an amazing combo. Cole Houshmand, there's the final results, 8-9 and a 4-3-3. We were nervous about that 4-3-3 for a little while, but it was enough to get the win over Weslley Dantas.
Can I make another bold prediction about Cole Houshmand?
Please.
He would likely finish in the top 10. I've seen he's won an event, but who knows? But he won't need that anyway. So if he is inside the top 10 on the challenge, he's going to re-qualify through the CT. So good news for surfers down in 11 or 12, because I don't think he'll need to take his spot. I think he's going to do it through the CT.
I love this. I can't wait to get more of Paul's predictions. We're going to
that's it. That's all I got.
What? Oh, well, that's a bummer, isn't it? Well, let's take a look at the women's side of the draw and lighten the mood again, because it was a stacked field as well on that women's side. just like Cole, Teresa didn't have an easy just draw to go to the final. She had to start off with Eden Walla in the quarterfinals, which we were calling that she was pretty well going to take this one out. Then she came up against Sol Aguirre in the semi-finals, and then, of course, the all-Portuguese women final. The Euros kicking off with a bang again, Greg.
Yeah, it's a huge result for them, and both Teresa and Kika had very tough heats. To get through. They had on-form surfers, they had local favourites. I mean, Kika had to take down Cero in a very strong heat. But yeah, all in all, it was a good battle, many rounds of surfing, and Teresa really doing well with strong surfing on her backhand, big, powerful vertical turns, and coming out the champion. She worked hard for this one.
And Teresa just was so cool, calm, collected this whole time, Paul.
Yeah, I think, I think there's a bit of turmoil. We heard, some glimpses of that, a bit of insight in her interview as well afterwards. I think she's been, on a bit of an emotional ride the last couple of seasons. And what an outlet for it as well. What a way to express yourself back to form, coming up against someone that you know a lot about. We talked about the rivalries as well. They're friends, sure, but seeing someone younger than you come up sort of after you, kind of take your spot, that's how you got to feel about it when you're at this level. So this will feel great for her. Just another interesting point as well about that bracket, just 2 surfers from the 8 coming from the CT. That's a surprise for us. We would expect, maybe at least half. It's what we've seen here in the past. It is surfers with a CT experience that have tended to dominate, but in this final, it was Teresa that did it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of emotion that we saw as soon as Teresa hit the sand, and there would definitely be a little bit of inner turmoil, like you mentioned, Paul, to see Yolanda and Kika both on that CT and to not be there. You can see it really lit this new inner fire for Teresa, Greg.
Yeah, she's amped, and also to surf against these other girls and the CT surfers, it will really make her feel that she should be part of that tour, and she's going to have a great run from here. And it is a good talking point, having the championship tour surfers joining us in this event. It shows you how strong and how high the level is at challenger surfer level, and it's going to get an even bigger following now that we've got so many big names to look forward to, and how they can take it to the higher ranked surfers.
The other thing I think is quite interesting about Teresa as well, you look at those numbers in the funnel, they're pretty much, they're not big scores. She had moments throughout the event, but we didn't really see her best surfing actually. I would say by her own standards, she wasn't even really close to that. So there's a couple of ways you can take that. But one thing I find interesting is sometimes you just wonder, where's my luck? How am I? I'm in form, I'm not making heats. And it's that one thing that you can't really do much about, the change. And when you go all the way to win an event, there are a couple of moments where you were exposed, your opponent needed a 4 or 5 and they couldn't quite do it, they fell. I think maybe those are the things where you think, well, this could be my season. The stars are aligning. Everything's starting to click for me.
Just because myself, Greg, and the fans really do want more Paul's predictions, so I'm going to make it happen. The 4 finalists that we saw today, Cole, Weslley, obviously Teresa and Kika, do you see them going back-to-back results between here and the US Open?
Cole would be a heavy favourite at the US Open. Elsewhere, I'm not so sure. I think I might see new finalists.
Okay, can you give me a name?
Not at this stage, no.
Devo, Greg, can you give me a name? Someone who you think is going to go out and just blaze the US Open?
I think I did give you a name already, Sierra Kerr.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go Eden Walla.
My bad. Oh, love this. Love this. I just think both of those women have so much potential, especially there's going to be a little bit of size, and both of them do tend to thrive when the waves get a bit bigger. Let's take a look at our Women's Challenger Series rankings. Teresa Bonvalot sits on top with a win here from today. Kika Veselko, second. Sol Aguirre, third. And then as we start to look down the list, a couple of names that I really like the look of being in that top 10. One of them being Laura Rupp.
Yeah, she's been blazing, actually. She's been in really good form. Unlucky to get that injury. She was dealing with some serious pain. We saw her go out and just smash heats, get massive scores, and then could barely walk up the beach here at Ballito. She was hobbling. So if you think she can surf like that, when physically she's feeling some discomfort, imagine what she's going to do when she's back to full form.
Let's talk about the Canadian, Greg. Sanoa Denfrey-Olin. We'd love to see another Canadian surfer on the championship tour.
Yeah, she's actually surprised me in this event. Got some good scores, a couple of good heat wins as well. So she's definitely up there, and be interesting to see how she tackles the rest of the challenger.
I'll be the first to mention the Aussies in there, Sierra Kerr and Ellie Harrison. Stoked to see a couple of Aussie flags flying in that women's side as well. There's a couple of surfers who you'd have to think will probably have to stand up pretty well at the US Open. Some of those CT women like we spoke about, but someone who was well and truly in that conversation for qualification was Soph McCulloch. Didn't have that solid start at this event, so you'd have to think maybe the US Open, it's her time to shine.
Yeah, I mean, 5 events, you're already into the second one. Kind of at that stage, you really want to have something, just show yourself a bit of form. Obviously, the points are important as well, but build up a bit of momentum on this tour. We did mention about the events coming in clusters. The US Open's coming up real soon, and then after that, bit of a gap before we go Brazil and then Portugal. So out of this kind of double header, if you didn't get a result here, you really need to step up in California.
Let's take a look at the men's rankings as well, because this one, really interesting. Obviously, in number 1 is going to be Cole Houshmand, CT surfer. And then we start to look down the list. Some names that I personally love in this top 10, Jarvis Earle, Taj Lindblad, of course Weslley Dantas, but Jackson Bunch, I think there would be surf fans across the world who would be stoked to see him have another crack at that CT, Greg.
Yeah, Jackson was definitely a dark horse, not a dark horse, but one that I was earmarking to win this event. He was lightning fast. He actually sort of got caught up in the Weslley Dantas display and matched him down the beach. He should have just stayed on that right-hander. I reckon he could have won the heat like that. But Jackson's, I think he's going to find himself back on the CT for sure. Dane Henry, absolute standout. And for me, someone that surprised me, and I really enjoyed their surfing. Not surprised me, but I haven't seen that much of his Taj Lindblad. I loved his power-based surfing. I love that he's got a bit of size and a bit of muscle and power behind him, and I think he's going to be a surfer that's going to really, if he can get to the CT, will suit those sort of waves.
Jackson also feels like someone who'd really benefit from getting that full tour as well. Obviously, he got cut, but how versatile he is. I think if he can qualify and get a full swing, I think he's going to thrive on that tour.
Well, guys, it's time to officially crown some champions, and let's get down to the stage with Mike Frew.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm down here on the beach, on the podium, with the finalists and the winners. So let's get on to the prize giving on the 2026 Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill. Welcome to the awards presentation for the Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill. Stop number 1 of the WSL Challenger Series. We'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to O'Neill, the presenting sponsors of this event, as well as Quadakuza Municipality. Thank you to our event sponsors, SMG Yamaha, Corona Cero, and North Coast Courier. A massive thanks to the event organizer, Colette Bundy, and her team, as well as to the entire WSL Africa team. Special thank you to the local community of Ballito and the surfers who share this incredible place with us. And thank you, the fans who came out in their thousands today on the beach to watch and celebrate this incredible event with us. To help us present the awards on the left-hand side of the stage, my left, I've got, just put your hand up there, that's Paul Canning. He's the brand director from O'Neill. And then I've got Travis Logie, the WSL Tours and Competitions Manager. Let's give them a big round of applause. Paul, in particular, put so much into putting this event together. Thank you, PC, and for everything that you do. We're going to go straight into the awards presentation, starting with the second place on the men's side. So coming second in the men's, from Ubatuba in Brazil, it's his Ballito Pro debut. It's his first time in Ballito, and his first ever Challenger Series final. Let's give a big round of applause. Congratulations. Second place in the Ballito Pro, Weslley Dantas. Weslley is a very quiet spoken man, so I'm only going to give him an opportunity to speak in Portuguese, his home language.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, WSL all-Portuguese. Yeah, speak Portuguese. Obrigado a todos. Vamos que vamos. O SOP está aí, vamos embora e dar bastante aéreo, com certeza, e levar o Brasil ao topo do ranking da Challenge Series. See you!
Congratulations, Weslley. You really entertained us this event. In the women's, the women's runner-up from Cacavelas in Portugal, her second Challenger Series final after her Newcastle win in 2024. She's the 2026 rookie on the World Championship Tour. Big round of applause coming second. The women's runner-up, Francisca Veselko. Francesca, I'm going to give an opportunity as well to talk to the crowd and in your own language as well.
Yeah, first of all, thank you guys for coming down to the beach. It's been an amazing energy all these days. The second place feels a bit bittersweet. Of course, I was looking for the first place, but really happy to start off the Challenger Series season with a second. I'll take that. Yeah, and this is a historical moment for Portugal, me and Teresa in the final. So yeah, I'm just really happy regardless of the result. And congratulations to you. I know you've been through so much and you really deserve this moment. And I'm happy to be sharing it with you. So yeah, let's just keep going. This is just a beginning. The US Open's just around the corner. So just keep this momentum, consistency, and hopefully re-qualify on tour.
Francisca Veselko. Now on to the men's winner. He's from San Clemente in California. He's the winner of the 2023 Ballito Pro. He's the first person to win the Challenger Series here in Ballito twice. He's a current World Championship Tour surfer with 2 wins. He won the CT in Brazil. He's won the CT at Bells Beach. Congratulations to the 2026 Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill winner, Houshmand. Congratulations, Cole. Paul, you might need to help. That trophy's really heavy.
Yeah, thank you guys. This week's been amazing and the event's been pumping. It's been probably the best challenger I've ever done as far as waves. And yeah, congrats to everyone in the final. It's been an amazing run, and especially Weslley. It's hard surfing against someone who's that good and that freakish in the air. And I kind of let him do his own thing, thinking I'm going to stick to my game plan on the right. And he landed a couple airs, and I was like, oh boy, I better go over there. So yeah, just congrats to him. Thank you for pushing me. And yeah, it's been amazing. This is kind of like exactly what I kind of wanted to do when I flew over here off from the tour, just to make some heats, find some flow, and back myself up. So yeah, congrats to everyone. It's been an amazing event, and thank you.
Thank you, Cole. Another round of applause for our men's winner. Then on to our women's winner. She's from Cascais in Portugal. She was a 2024 Olympian when they had the Olympics in Chopu. She's got a second in the Challenger Series final since 2022 Sydney Surf Pro win. Winning the 2026 Ballito Surf Pro presented by O'Neill. Big round of applause for Teresa Bonvalot. Will you be able to hold the mic?
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, supporting us. I mean, it's amazing to see everyone already here at 8 a.m. waiting for us to go get our waves. And I mean, it's just unreal. And I think that just makes it more special for all of us. And yeah, it's been an unreal last few years, this last few years as well. And I just try to enjoy the moment and every day here with all my crew. They are the best, obviously. So thank you to you too. and everyone at home as well that supports me and that it's not here in presence, but it's always in my heart. So yeah, it's just amazing, once again, as Kika said, sharing a final, making history for Portugal. I think that has been going a big thing from a few years, and showing up again all the level that we have from back home, and showing all around the world a small country. It's not just football, it's not just soccer, it's surfing too. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Another round of applause for our winners. So that's a wrap for the 2026 Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill. It's been great having everybody share this with us. Enjoy the rest of the beautiful middle of winter day here on the beach in Ballito. That's a wrap. I'm going to throw it back to the Corona Cero post show. Back to you, Jessie.
Thank you, Mike, and congratulations to all of our champions, everyone who is involved in what has been a remarkable event. Just pretty cool to see everyone just lapping up this festival of surfing. And like you mentioned, Paul, this has been the best start to the Challenger Series.
Yeah, incredible. Like, great energy as well. And, you know, you come here on this tour and you want to kind of make your mark, obviously here to get points, but it's also about kind of measuring yourself against everyone else. Like, where's my level at for the year? Where's this tour going to be? How am I? And, like, sometimes you don't really just get a chance. You know, 4 surfers in the heat, the early rounds, might not get many waves, but to have such consistent waves, pretty big, but just have so many waves going down in the heat as well, I think gave everyone a chance to express themselves. And it's the surfers that we figured would be a good match for this wave. Particularly, they've done really well because it's almost been like a more concentrated version of itself this year. It's been like more Ballito-like than ever, Greg.
Yeah, it's definitely been the best Ballito ever on consistency. It's just been, every day has been pumping. We've seen surf. We kicked off the actual Ballito Pro with our junior events. The first day was too big, actually. It was like 12 feet, just huge. And then we had perfect waves. And ever since then, it's just been every single day has been cooking. It's been firing. It's been solid. And I just feel like, on a percentage basis, we've kicked the Challenger Series off. Feels like it's 15, maybe even 20% better from where we left off from our last event. It's like jumped a couple of notches.
No, I totally agree. And obviously, Greg, last year, this event made history with adding Luke Thompson to the list of winners here for South Africans, but making history again, having an all-Portuguese women's final.
Yeah, it's constant history. It's fantastic. And listening to the interviews, I was just thinking the amount of emotion and what it takes to get to that podium. It's hours of surfing. It's hours of reps. It's and even when you do that, you still might not get there because everyone's so good. So well done to our winners and our runner-ups. You guys did a fantastic job, and that was such a treat. It was really a treat watching this event.
Well, I'm sad that this event has come to an end, but I'm getting excited because we're rolling into more professional surfing very quickly. This is what we are to expect for the US Open.
This is peak summer vibes here. That is a launch.
The US Open's like the mecca of all of Orange County.
The pier is absolutely packed. The beach, standing room only.
Yeah, the US Open is just around the corner. It is starting July 25th. It's going to August 2nd. We spoke about this being a festival of surfing. We're backing it up pretty quickly with the US Open, Paul.
Yeah, people flying from here straight there, so significant in the fact that your form you will get to carry over. But yeah, I'm psyched for that event. I just think Chris Cote on his skateboard, eating a burrito. What's not to love about the US Open?
Yeah, it's an epic event, and it's actually, you talk about flying from here directly to there. You've got a bit of jet lag. It's going to take a bit of time. The surf's a bit different. Water temperature a little bit colder generally.
All right.
And
still fun.
Yeah, it is very fun. Of course, a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's a huge festival, and California. Everyone wants to go to California, right?
Well, like I mentioned, it is more than a surf comp. We're also going to see the longboards compete there, but there is a music festival on, so live music is returning it to the US Open. You can scan that QR code and get your tickets. Definitely don't want to miss out and get amongst it. It's so cool that we're seeing surf comps just build entirely more and more each year. And I actually feel like that's kind of what surf comps were. You correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, back in the day where it was music and surfing and everyone coming together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this event's kind of been like that as well. But that's what surf comps should be. You want to have fun. It's you competing, and it's the whole surf culture. It's not just a sport. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle, and that's pretty much sums up what surfers are.
Well, guys, like I mentioned, I'm getting sad that it's coming to an end, but we get to reflect on our top 5 moments of the event so far. Of course, number 5 has to come into the locals who have just been the stars of the show the entire time. It's the Dolphin Coast, and every single year it delivers here, Greg.
Yeah, beautiful. The bottlenose dolphin showing off here and just showing us that this is their playground too. And they also want to have a bit of fun in the waves, and it's so awesome to see. It's just so much life, and the water is just amazing in this region.
Yeah, Sally got to share a moment with the Dolphins as well. Wow, just reflecting on how solid it was throughout this week. That is a big wave that Sally got to share that with the Dolphin. Coming in at number 4 was Sierra Kerr, who's come back from illness and is just surfing so strong, Paul.
She is so back. She looked amazing in the early rounds. Bit of a surprise, really, not to see her go all the way here. Just the way she was competing, surfing, really enjoying herself. I mean, you would think she has to be a lock-in for the CT.
Yeah, just her technique, her poise, where she's placing her turns. It really is that level above. It's that CT class that we're chasing. That second turn in particular had so much drift. So Sierra is well and truly back. She has arrived to the Challenger Series this season. Coming in at number 3, of course, has to be this guy, Weslley Dantas, Greg.
Oh, Weslley put on such a show. Look at this. Just massive alley-oop. Comes around and just resets the feet into the rotation. So he was just having so much fun. He must have ridden about 200 waves in this event in total. And look at that. The height is just crazy. So much control. I love the foot movement, and then into the air rotation and a clean finish. So he really did spoil the crowd here.
He gave us multiple 2 airs in one wave throughout this entire event, Paul.
Yeah, he just had so much in the tank. We did speculate, maybe just ran out a little bit of that in the final. I mean, you think about how high risk these maneuvers are. Maybe with hindsight, you could say I peaked a little early just with the semi performance and the scores, but you know, second here is a massive result for him. That's career defining.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do over at the US Open. Just how far he can push up the rankings for the rest of the season as well. So Weslley Dantas definitely put his name on the map for the Challenger Series this year. Coming in at number 2 is someone who just stole our hearts this entire week, Teresa Bonvalot, Greg.
Yeah, Teresa really surfed so well in this event. She competed well, and I'm really happy to see someone that's put in so much work and so much dedication take the win, and it meant a lot to her. And maneuvers like this got her the win. Precise surfing, and she got better and better throughout the event, and so stoked to see her on the podium and taking the win. And there you see how much it means to her.
Yeah, love just that Portuguese flag flying. Like we've mentioned, this is such a moment for the Portuguese women. And of course, coming in at number 1, Houshmand just absolutely dominating, Paul.
Yeah, incredible. Different ways of doing it as well. He was pretty open about that, wasn't he, afterwards in his interview? He said he had to go down there and mix it because that's what Weslley forced him to do. But yeah, we talked earlier in the week. He's the best surfer here, the most skilled, and just experience at the very highest level. And the thing with consistent surfers, if you give surfers of this caliber enough opportunities, that they will show you just how good they are. And he's a very deserved champion.
Yeah, Cole Houshmand mentioned he didn't want to get on the plane to come and compete here, but I bet you he's glad he did. So Cole, he's leading the rankings. He's going to probably go and compete in the US Open and maybe seal the deal to be back on that championship tour. The backup plan looking incredible. Guys, just one last cheers, because I really, really, really love you guys, and I love coming to South Africa and working with you guys every single year. So cheers to you guys. Another cheers to the US Open, which is going to be July 25th through to August 2nd. So the Lexus US Open of Surfing presented by Pacifico. Until then, thanks for tuning into the show, and we'll see you guys next time. Here's some highlights that you guys get to enjoy.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.